I guess, Aurelio, I guess how frustrated are you? That late flourish, series of chances, but just none of them could find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's probably not going to go into the Christmas stocking, that game, is it? It'll be a difficult game. Obviously trying to back up after the victory game. To be honest, when we look at our GPS data, we spent quite a few tickets in that game, so understandably that we were probably a little bit flatter or not as sharp as normal. So, but pleased in the fact that we were able to just keep pushing, and we had a hell of a lot of the ball. Probably didn't move it quick enough, especially when we got into the front third. And they defended quite well with a lot of numbers and were quite dangerous in the counter attack. That's how they got their goals. So, but all in all, we have to accept it and move on.
I guess obviously things started pretty well with that free kick from Aziz. I mean, we haven't seen that many goals from him, but did you know he had that in his locker?
No, because I said to Jamo, Aziz taken that, and we said, when's the last time we scored from a direct free kick? And I said, I think it was Macca, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And then he put it in the top corner. So, yeah, really nice goal. And he was probably, to be honest, one of our most dangerous players going forward, especially in that second half. So, look, I think, once we freshen up again, we're going to come back on the 28th against Perth. They'll have a couple of days off now over Christmas and come back, and we'll be in much better shape on Sunday.
You might have touched on it before, but as you mentioned, after Aziz's goal, Macarthur come back, they get the equaliser. Either side of the half, they have a bit of, they're creating a series of chances on either side of the half. Is that just maybe some of their fresher legs? They make 5 changes, you guys are a bit flat, but you guys eventually assert yourselves back. Is that accurate reading of it?
Yeah, probably. I think, what did they have? Probably Sawyer's header at goal that Beachy saved. Was it? Yeah. It's all part of the games, ebbs and flows, and even if we're top of our or peak of our performance, those moments are going to happen. But I'm pleased in a way that we, although it is frustrating not to be able to win a game at home, just pleased that we just wasn't pretty, but we just kept battling away and trying to push forward. We were always trying to look for a goal. Unfortunately, it couldn't come.
Is there much mention of milestones, and in today's instance it was Naboot with his 200th game?
Was it? No, I didn't know that. Didn't he just play his 100th for the club? 200th A-League game? Yeah, that's a fantastic achievement. I think he'll go up on our wall down at Casey with his 100 games for the club, so and 200 is a fantastic achievement.
Coming off a 1-0 loss to Victory on Saturday night, was there much talk about that game heading into this one? Obviously, crosstown rivals, and wanting to respond after that.
Yeah, that was what it was all about tonight. We're a good team, and the good teams bounce back. So that's what we wanted. That's what we expected. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the second goal tonight, but. We're built for these types of moments. I think it's going to be tough, and we know that. It's not going to get any easier because January is chock-a-block with games, albeit a lot of them, most of them are at home, so we don't have to travel. So that's good in a way. So we've got to regroup. We come back on Friday and get ready for the Perth game.
And were you surprised to see Macarthur come out with 5 changes? They played on Friday night.
Not really.
And just on the fact that you guys have kept 5 games out of the 9 this season have been clean sheets.
Sorry?
5 out of the 9 games this season, clean sheets for you guys. But Patrick Beach tonight was quite superb. Is that what you how you saw it?
He didn't have a hell of a lot to do. Had a couple of things which he handled and handled well. So he's had a good season. He's continuing his good form. I don't think he was involved much besides those couple of occasions, which he handled well. So as expected.
But could you just give us an insight into what the next few days look like for you with such a short turnaround? Like, you in on Christmas? Is it all about recovery? What do they look like?
Prawns, lobster, a couple of beers, whatever else is on. Actually, we're at Tony's house, so he's going to put on a nice spread for us. Yeah. Now we'll have tomorrow and Christmas Day off, and we're back on the 26th, 27th, and then play on 28th. They need a little bit of rest and recovery. They've had a lot of games, and there's no point in flogging them over the Christmas period. Just relax, enjoy their time with their families and their friends, and then we'll come back with a little bit more energy and ready to go again.
Hopefully not more kilos.
Well, as Pep said, not too many fatties, so hopefully we should be fine.
Can I just ask on the turnaround we heard about? Obviously, there's games within just a few days from here. Broadly, though, you've got so many at home over the next 4 or 5 weeks. How does that, if that at all, kind of impact your preparation?
It doesn't impact it at all. It's part of the Christmas period, New Year period. We'll just deal with it game by game. We don't know how the players are going to pull up after every game, especially, let's say tonight. We probably could have made a few more changes, but like Nate only played 60-odd minutes the other night, and so he was okay to go again, and we made a couple of changes with bringing Liam back in because of the height that they had up front. Liam was going to help with that, so we changed that up. So every game is going to be different, and it all depends on how guys pull up. So we're in pretty good condition, but you just don't know what's going to happen with knocks and things like that. So we're going to need everyone like we did this time last year. So we've got a couple more guys on the bench that haven't played much. Cavian's going to more than likely come back. Sammy more than likely come back to the Perth game. So unfortunately Cavian had concussion, so he's missed the last couple of games. So and he was in pretty good form, to be honest, leading up to that. So they're going to be really good additions.
Touched on the players coming back and got out of tonight relatively unscathed or completely unscathed?
I'm pretty sure I haven't spoken to the physios, but at half time everyone was fine, and there's no one that has got any issues that I know of at this point. So I think everyone's fine.
Today, it was a 10-day break before the derby, and then 3 or so days between this game and the derby. Part of the learnings of having those soft tissue injuries is part of it. I know you took 3 players off today after 60 minutes. Is that part of the reducing these soft tissue injuries, and maybe perhaps some of the lessons you've learned is managing players a bit better with game time?
No, I think we manage players pretty well, but let's take Elba for example. He had that injury, and then when he came back, he played 20 minutes, 75 minutes in Vissel, 75 against whoever was after that. I can't even remember now. So just managing his minutes, and now with backing up 3 days later, we knew around about the hour mark he will start to blow up after that. So we don't need to take a risk, and he's an important player for us. You look at someone like Emin Jurakovic, who hasn't played for the last 18 months because of injuries and other issues that he's had, hamstrings, back, stress fractures. He's got himself fit over the last 6 months, and last Saturday night against Victory was his first 90 minutes almost in about 18 months. He's hardly played since I've been here. So we also took a slight risk tonight by playing him again 3 days later, because he hasn't done that ever. So again, was about just making sure that about an hour we thought gives us a bit of an idea that he'll start to blow up after that. So, and then there's guys who can just run all day, like, Andreas and Kai and German, these guys, Aziz. you just know which guys can keep going, and but there's always a risk with the lack of rest and the lack of recovery. So we try to manage that the best we can. No, my daughters want one, so I don't know where I'm going to get one. Yana? Outside? It's a bit dark now. Yeah, it's a bit dark. I'm scared of the dark as well. Yeah.